Hi, my name's Emily. Welcome to my channel. I make home education, vloggy, lifestyle, van style videos. Well, not van at the moment, but videos with my 9-year-old daughter Rosie and my just over 6-week-old son now, Orion. So here we have our new addition. Those of you who hadn't clocked it. We went quiet for quite a few weeks whilst he was being born. Be gentle with him, Bear. Rosie's learning how to be a big sister. Lenny's, I have brushed my hair.
Mum, can I have bunches in?
Honestly. We'll sort that in a bit. So this video is kind of a little bit what we've been doing, but also I thought I would make a video when Rosie goes this afternoon. So I will put in what we've been doing, because I think we have a few pictures of what we've been doing this week, but everything's based around him at the moment. As any new parent will know, the baby kind of dictates what you end up, schedule you kind of have. He goes to Story Babies, so Rosie gets to go to Jump. He does nap, so me and Rosie do get a little bit of time to ourselves when she actually bothers to come downstairs. We're still recovering from the cold that he passed around the house because he sneezed in everyone's mouths, which is delightful. But I thought after I show you guys that, I would have a chat about the realities of breastfeeding. Just for any mummies out there that might be struggling, or I don't know. I'll share what I know and what I've had with it, because my first experience was rather bad, but I persevered because I was stubborn that I was going to do it, and I know even more this time around. So yeah, I just thought I'd share some knowledge, so I'll get into that later. So this is just one of his rompers that's cool. And then me and Craig took him to Penavan Pond. I put my feet in the river in the pond just because it's a must. We tried his feet in there, but he was wet the first time, so he wailed. The second time he didn't mind quite so much, but he still wasn't impressed. He was like, "What's going on with my feet?" They did mess with his feet a lot at the hospital though, so maybe that's why he doesn't like it. Yeah, he's looking at the flowers there. These 6 weeks. He's beginning to smile. Well, he's been smiling for a couple of weeks, actually. And then Story Babies, he went to Paris. So, that's him in his moustache and his beret. And then they gave him a bowl to be a chef. And there was a chef's hat one, but it wasn't a very good picture. And then we went to the park with him. So there's Rosie on a bench eating something. And being a proud big sister, she's loving being a big sister. She's not sitting on him, she's curled quite far back. And then we went to the chiropractors, and that's Manon, the receptionist. She fell in love with him. He's been so well. I own none of the rights to the music in the background. Rosie wants to listen to Avril Lavigne. I can't bother to turn off because I do actually like her. Yeah, advice with breastfeeding. Basically, if you're coached well enough, every mother has enough, usually, to feed her baby. Some people have more than enough, some people have enough. But we're given such bad advice with it these days. So, I was paranoid the first time I had Rosie, because if I didn't get the latch perfect, if I didn't have her in the right position, I got really, really nervous to do it, and I wanted to be home to do it. I didn't want to be out and about doing it either, partly because of the social stigmatism about how we've sexualised boobs and they're not meant to be out in public, and it's like, I'm feeding a baby, I'm feeding my child, which I don't give a crap this time. I'm just like, we're in the park, I'm feeding him, we're at the beach, I'm feeding him. We're at the ice cream shop, I'm feeding him. So, yeah. Obviously discreetly, but, I'm not hiding it. Don't lean on it like that, Bob. You might break the chair. Get off the chair. So, the latch, just as much of your areola you can get in as well. You're aiming for. Then it won't hurt as much, but it's a lie that it won't hurt at all. Of course it does. It's a sensitive area that's being gummed. So for it to not hurt at all, if you're thinking it's still hurting in some respect, you must be getting it wrong. It still hurts. So it just shouldn't hurt as much if you've got the latch right. And if you do what I did the other morning, where I just allowed him to latch onto me, then he's not going to do it exactly the same every time anyway, and he's going to get in as much as he needs to, or needs to basically, to get what he needs out of me. So and that's not going to be the perfect latch either. So yeah, position wise, there's so many. After I went out after Rosie and saw how many mums are there, some of them had them upside down on their shoulder, feeding upside down, and all these different sorts of ways of feeding. So don't worry about how they are, just make sure you're comfy. That's the main thing, is that they're comfy, you're comfy, and that you can latch in the angle you're doing. I prefer cradle position, but he's getting a bit big for it now. Very big for it. Your milk doesn't come in for a few days, so you're producing colostrum, and then your milk takes a few days to come in as well. So it's, if you think you're not feeding your baby enough, and then they try and persuade you to top up with formula, they haven't given you long enough sometimes. If it's 2 weeks in, and you're still like, it's not too hard, and you're still kind of like not producing very much. I mean, I've gone from producing 10-20 mil to 230 on a good pump, off both, not one. But apparently he can get more off me. He's more effective than the pump. So I don't know how much he's getting off me, but he's more effective. That means he's getting more. So, and that's a 10-minute pump as well. I took him in the rain, didn't I? We went out. You can see his jaw going. And you can hear the swallowing noises. So he's drinking. So, if you can't hear that and they're still on you, it is safe to take them off. Excuse me, I just got up. It probably is safe to take them off you, because they're literally just there for comfort then, they're not actually drinking. If they then wake up, then you're kind of stuck in a contact nap or whatever. Anyone who doesn't know what a contact nap is, it means where every time you try to put them down they wake up, so you've got to keep them on you. They're in contact with you. But yeah. So yeah. Morning. So this is the picnic that me and Craig took Orion on after we went to pick up the bouncy chair for him that will be in the pictures. So we had a picnic on a common. I don't own the rights to any of the music that's playing in the background. We're just listening to Avril Lavigne, Light Run Out. And yes, he is a cooler version of his dad. Look at that screen, he's smiling a lot now as well. Hello. Have you worked out you can beat the elephant up yet? He seems to have worked out you can make them dance. Like Rosie worked out she can make the rabbit dance. Whether it's a quiet night in or a boo, mister. Boo. Absolute radio. So, I don't own any of the rights to the music that's coming in the background on this video. I just can't shout loud enough to turn my Alexa off, because this one is sleeping on me, and Craig is having a nap upstairs because he managed to get me a whole night's sleep, and has been. So, but he kind of slept through last night. He slept for 7 hours apparently, because Craig's been taking the night feeds for me. So, yeah. If anyone has any questions for someone who has breastfed 2 babies, then do drop them below. But you're probably doing a great job, and you got to remind yourself that this phase will pass, and they will not be this little forever, and they won't always fit here, and they won't always sleep on you, and soon they're a gobby answering back, won't do as they're told 9-year-old, and you think back to, oh, I remember when I wondered what your little voice sounded like, and with Rosie now I know. So now it's this one. So didn't change it for the world though. So yeah, it is tough, and it can be lonely because we don't live in a world anymore where the village is there to raise the child, even though it takes the village to raise the children. We don't have it anymore, so hopefully you've had a baby with a supportive partner who is trying to be as helpful as they can, because your body's just been through something, as mums, that it needs to recover. So yeah, you can't do it all. You need someone who understands that. So that's why Craig's brilliant. So I'm going to wrap it up there and say it's ta-ta from me, from Orion, and from the Rosie Bear.